joining us tonight for the first time, we are seeing the 108 names of Gurudev also, in addition to Bhagavad Gita. So we are seeing one name each night. So tonight we have Antaryamine Namaha. That is correct? Antaryamine Namaha. Antaryami means the indweller, the one who is dwelling inside, the one who is responsible for all things that are happening. That is referring to the God principle in everybody. That is simple language. The God principle in everybody is Antaryami. He is the indweller. He dwells at the innermost core of our being. Dwells in every part of our being also, but in the superficial layers of our personality dwells as manifested reality. But at the deepest level dwells as the unadulterated, unmanifest, unqualified Parabrahma, the absolute reality. He is called as Antaryami, the indweller. Sometimes Antaryami is also called as the one who is the witness to all things, but there is a more specific name for that called Sakshi. So Antaryami name word is sometimes used for Sakshi also, the witness of all things. Okay. So Gurudev's name is Antaryami. So it is chanted as Om Antaryamine Namaha. So last night when we left it, we are seeing chapter 2 verse 12. We will chant now from verse 11 to about 15 or so. What is going on here is there is the immediate resorting to the absolute knowledge to remove Arjuna's ignorance, to remove Arjuna's delusion and consequently sorrow. So let me back up and please leave the water now. Leave it. This practice by Hindus is totally un-Hindu. Wherever this is going on now, you please think a little bit. I'll tell from Shastras, give a logical thing. When you come to satsang, if you are thirsty or you are hungry, you are supposed to stay thirsty or hungry. So the people who are sitting, it is your responsibility not to receive the water, okay? You are supposed to do tapas in satsang. That's what satsang is about. So if you can't bear thirst for an hour and a half, that means you cannot do any tapas. If you cannot do any tapas, that means you cannot learn anything in Shastras. You understand that? That is a very clear and simple thing in Shastras. So I don't know where this habit has come from now. People pass, when these things are going on, they start sharing this and sharing that. That is a totally Western thing, and it will prevent us from learning anything in Shastras. So wherever that is being practiced in your temples and different places, please refrain from doing that, okay? It is something which is lately started. That was never there. There is Dura and wake. But this is a wake or what?
There is not supposed to be done.
They also, yeah. Okay. So I'm just telling because that is part of the tradition. I don't want our Hindu tradition to be broken like that, yes. And then in the end, you don't learn anything from Shastras also. A person is not supposed to eat anything or drink anything while satsang is going on. Clear? Okay. So now, what I was telling you is Arjuna's sorrow and then all our sorrow, all of us, our sorrow comes because of our delusion. And delusion at a higher level is called as ignorance. Now, at the back, people can hear? I think people cannot hear down there. All right. So, the natural response will be to remove ignorance by knowledge. What else is there? There is nothing else. See, like darkness in the temple tonight, because there is no electricity. The only way to remove darkness is by light, you know. Suppose somebody in the village have a big fan and we come and blow the darkness. Think you go? Or we take a hose and we wash out the darkness from the temple. It will not go. We take a broom and sweep it out. It will not go. People will say something dark inside your head. If you're doing that, isn't it? So, it will only go when we light a lamp. In the same way, the only way to remove ignorance, which is the cause for our sorrow, is to give knowledge. So, the first response from verse number 11 all the way to number 25. 11 to 25. In this second chapter, Bhagavan is giving the absolute knowledge. Absolute knowledge means the highest knowledge. Now, you know that. There are always fundamental solutions to problems, and there are also quick fix solutions. Quick fix solutions which really do not last. Like, for example, right now, I'll give you an example which is current in Trinidad, current all everywhere, in Guyana, all across the world. There is a big problem of crime which is sweeping across the world, right? You know that. Now look here. Crime cannot be solved just by sending more police on the road. Why? Because the police themselves will be involved at that time. You can't just send, not that time, every time. All about. Crime cannot be solved by putting more police, by making more laws. Now those are what you call temporary quick fix kind of thing. Criminals are created in families. Please pay attention to this. There are many families who do not care about parenting. They don't care about bringing up children properly. They themselves are criminal in their inclination. So then when the child is born in that environment and he is only taught criminal things, what he'll become? Criminal. And you see, the nature of things is like this. If the father is a 10% criminal, well, when his son born, he's 100% criminal. Because in the next generation it gets multiplied. And that goes for every other thing. If the father is 10% brilliant, the next generation become even more brilliant. Yeah, that you see that every day. So that goes for good quality or bad quality, doesn't matter. Means people in the house. So the criminal elements, they are not created overnight like that. They gradually come out from families who neglect children and societies and communities that really, I remember, I grew up right here, just a walking distance from here, right? In the village in the old days, if an adult person was cursing and they see children coming, they will immediately say, hey, don't curse, look, children coming. Right? Immediately they'll say, don't curse, look, children coming. Now, I recently, in one place I had gone, that father cursing and he telling that child, curse after me. So where all this evil is created? Right in the family. You see? So, the ultimate solution will be, this is the best solution, that we have to tackle this thing right at the root in the families itself. This is where I see, like here families are sitting here tonight. This is where this knowledge has to be given in grooming and the art of parenting and making sure that parents know that they have to take up that responsibility of bringing up proper citizens in the country. This thing has to be tackled at this level. You can put more police, that is a quick fix kind of thing. More police, more laws, you know, more this, more that. Look America, how strong security forces they have, and how strong police and all that kind of thing. And I think billions and billions of dollars of drugs still coming into America every day. How do you think that? Because after you put more police and more law enforcement officers, the drug pushers and them go and bribe themselves. The same security officers and law enforcement officers, they are the ones who are part of it. That's how the drugs coming in. So that wouldn't solve anything. Because in the families, you create criminals, and then a criminal became a law enforcement officer.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Who will guard the guards? So the real solution to that is proper parenting, proper grooming, and the early stages. That's the only way to wipe out that thing. All the other things are just piecemeal kind of solutions. So in the same way now, in this Bhagavad Gita and in spirituality, in religion and all, there are piecemeal type of solutions, and there is the fundamental solution. Now Bhagwan, because he is the perfect teacher, in these verses from 11 to 25, he is giving the fundamental solution. If these verses are, well, how much that will be? 15 verses. If these 15 verses are understood properly in Bhagavad Gita, there is no need for anybody to study the rest of Bhagavad Gita. It will be redundant. Because it is giving the knowledge at the highest level, and that is the knowledge that will remove all ignorance which causes our sorrow. So, this is where we have reached. From 11 there, we will chant some of them now. If you have your Gita and you have some light. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Ashocyanand Vashocastvam Prajnavanancha Bhashase. Shri Krishna Sharanam Vratasun Gatasun Nanushocanti Panditaha. Jevana Bhavishyam Sarve Vayamata Param. Dehinosmin Yatha Dehe Kaumaram Yavanam Jara. तथा देहांतरा प्राप्ति धीरस्तत्र न मोह्यति. मात्रा स्पर्शस्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदाः. Agama paino ni Samadukha sukham dhiram somritatvaya kalpate. Number 11 we saw last night. Bhagavan Shri Krishna is telling to Arjuna that you speak words of a wise man, but you act like a foolish man. And I told that this is something that is common to all human beings. We speak wisely, but do foolish things. And this is because there is a schism in the personality in so many regards. And one is that one schism is there because we don't practice what we preach. That is one thing. We know the thing, but we don't practice it. Second thing is, we're able to see other people's fault very well, but we're not able to see our own fault. So we can easily tell this person, you're doing that wrong, you're doing that wrong, doing the other thing wrong, but you can't see what you're doing wrong. And one fella passing the other day and telling me, hey, your door open. I'm driving down the road. Your door open. So I say, oh, thank you, thank you. I hope my door not close it. When I watch, I see he door open. He's seen my door open, but he can't see. He can't see his own door open. But that is how it goes, you know. So there are so many schisms in the personality between what we say and what we do and all that. We talk the talk, but we can't walk the talk. That is in Trinidad language. So Arjuna has this problem here now. He is able to speak words of wisdom, but so what is he doing? Ashochan. He is crying for those who he should not cry for. And the basis of this statement by Bhagavan is that people don't die. This is the one message which is taught from verse number 11 on the way all the way to verse number 25. People don't die. This is the teaching. One simple teaching. So if people don't die, then why are you crying? He's crying because he thinks that all Kauravas will die. Drona, Bhishma, or Duryodhana and all his cousins were standing there, they will all die. So he thinks that they will die, so he's crying. Or they die yet, but he's crying. Because one more thing, he thinks he has to kill them. So Bhagavan says the one that lives inside is called a Dehinaha, Dehin. The one who's dwelling inside his body, Deha is body. Deha means body. So the one who's dwelling inside the body is called Dehin. So the one who's dwelling inside, he doesn't die. He just moves from body to body. So this is, if this thing is understood, I told you that there is no need for the rest of Bhagavad Gita. He said the wise person, na anushochanti panditaha. Pandita means a wise person. Pandita. Pandit. Wise, one who has absolute knowledge of Shastras, scriptures. And so, that wise person, na anushochanti, doesn't cry or weep. For who? Gatasun, agatasun. Those who have gone and those who are not gone yet. Because people cry for two types, you know. They cry when, oh, he gone. And they crying. And they crying for the other type. Oh, why he gone yet? I don't know when he will go. Like when some relative come by your house and they're not going, you know. Then you thinking in your mind, but you can't tell also, you're thinking, when this fellow will go? And one fellow got to stay by your uncle. And so the uncle, he said, uncle, I come to stay by you for a week. Uncle said, alright. 1 week passed, he ain't gone nowhere. 2 weeks, he's still there by the uncle. 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 1 month passed, 6 months passed. The uncle get fed up now. He said, boy, ain't you tell me, you come for a week? He said, uncle, what are you worried for? दाने दाने पर लिखा है खाने वाले का नाम. That in Hindi kahavat says, on every grain of rice is written who go eat that already. It don't written on the grain of rice who go eat it. Your uncle say, but you are eating grain, you eating the whole bag. The uncle tell in Hindi, you know. दाने दाने पर लिखा है, on every grain it is written, लेकिन गनी बाग पर नहीं लिखा है. गनी the whole bag it is written. So anyway, that this is life. We people who are gone, we cry for them, and sometimes those who are not gone, we also cry for them. So Bhagavan said, no, a wise person doesn't cry for anybody in this world. And last night we went into detail about that. And in the next verse, he tells very clearly how this one who is dwelling inside his body, he is eternal. You please try to imbibe this knowledge as you go along. He says, Natve vaham jatu nasam. Jatu means at any time. Natu eva aham na asam. There was never a time when I was not. Means I have always been there. Natvam neme janadhipaha. Nor you also. There was never a time when you were not. He's telling Arjuna. Bhagavan is telling Arjuna. So Bhagavan is telling about himself. There was never a time when he was not. Means he was always there. And there was never a time when Arjuna was not. Arjuna was always there also. Tvam, and I told you on the previous night, Arjuna refers to all of us. So there was never a time when we were not there. And ime janadipaha. Janadipaha means, jana adipaha means all these kings who were standing there. So many kings that come to fight in that battle. So there was never a time when the kings were not there. They have always been there also. Nacha eva nabhavishyama. Nabhavishyamaha sarve vayamata param. Nor shall there be a time in future when any of us will cease to be. So we don't have to worry about death. Next time, when you encounter any death anywhere, you're not crying for the dead person, you know. You're crying because you miss them. You're crying for yourself, really. That fellow gone, he happy too bad. He done gone from that body. And he not there to hear all that crying too. He lucky. And people, all this crying, and if you really think about it, I tell you, it's such a superficial thing, really. Let me tell you, everybody crying for that dead man there, right? If in the middle of a funeral that dead man get up, then you go see we all crying and think God. All man scaling out there, including the Baba, you know. Baba running first. Because he had to hold his dhoti and in good. Because running with that dhoti is so easy, you know. So, really, the people there, they're just crying for themselves. I gone one place. That daughter crying too bad. Oh God, Mama, you leave me and you're gone. How you leave me and you're gone so? Now who makes sweet rice for me? Really, I tell him that. So what's she thinking about? She is thinking about Mama. She thinking about sweet rice, yeah. We just only think about ourselves actually. But really, Mama gone, Mama will have a good place. She gone to another family, they'll be happy, they have barahi and chatti and thing there. And they making halwa in the other house, right? They making halwa and thing there and they put Mama in a little soup there and drag she around and thing. And all you know the thing? Yeah. And that halwa that tastes so nice. But if I know where Mama born, I go in there, me go in this funeral. See, suppose you could have known where Mama gone, right? And you had the funeral going on here, and over there you have barahi and chatti. Where you go? Me and about all I going for halwa day. This is the idea when I'm talking all of this, and you see, the idea is that is not a serious thing in Hinduism. So you notice I'm making a lot of joke about this. It is not a serious thing. We in today's world we just treat death too seriously, and especially the media and all. The media have everybody by the neck. Whatever going on in the media, that's what everybody does follow. In media is the thing that incites all sorts of wrong thinking in our mind and all. People have become so serious about death, and nobody, and let me tell you something, there's one more thing which is happening in this world today about death. They're doing all sorts of experiments and using all sorts of technology these days to extend people's lives. Have you seen that? They're trying to extend people's lives. But let me tell you something. I meet old people in my work. It's one of my work duty also to go and meet old people. I meet old people on a regular basis, and all of the old people who are living this old age, they keep asking me same question over and over. Swamiji, when Bhagavan go take me? So when people are young, because the scientists are named young people, right? When people are young, they're looking for all kind of ways to extend their life. And when they reach old age now all of them want to go. And I know when I will go, I'm praying to Bhagavan every day. And he had taken me. I don't know why he leave me here to suffer. And that is the time when children have so many problems now. They don't know, because they have their work and their families and today's busy world to carry children to school and this and that. So many things going on. And they have to go and take care of the old parents. So now, at a very fast rate, old age homes are coming up. And in these old age homes, all kind of abuse and this and that take place there. All sort of things. See how many problems we are multiplying every day. Why? Because we want to extend life. So what is wrong with going? What is wrong with dropping the body and go and take our next body? We've been doing it for billions of years. For billions and billions of years we have been doing it. That's what the Jiva has been doing. That's his main preoccupation. Don't take that thing too seriously, which is Western world is teaching like that. When time to go man. Happily. Some people are talking, but when time to go, they want to go, One fella carrying a bundle of wood on his head like that. In the hot sun. And he said, "Oh God, what kind of karma you give me?" God don't give nobody karma. Like your own karma by saying God. What kind of karma you give me? I don't know why you don't come and take me. I had to carry this bundle of wood in this hot sun, carry it in the market, sell it. In those days, even now in India they sell wood. I had to carry this bundle of wood and sell it, bring home the money and feed these children and wife and household and everybody. And none of them don't even show me one iota of respect also. I don't know why you don't take me. And with that, he threw on the bundle of wood in the ground. That same time, he threw on the bundle of wood in the ground. Yamraj come. Yamraj say, "You call?" He said, "Who is you?" He said, "Yamraj." He said, "You call?" He said, yeah. I call you. I call to help me put this bundle of wood on my head. Yeah. All he talk about going hunting? Gone. Yeah, the talk gone, here gone. So, death in the Shastras is a normal part of life. That is one of the most important things the Bhagavad Gita teaches. Death is a normal part of life. And so you live today, and be ready to go. Yes, because anybody can go anytime. So he tells, "My dear Arjuna, you don't weep for those who have gone, nor for those who have not gone." And there was never a time, the one who is inside, there was never a time when he was not there. He's just going from place to place. That one who is living inside. And in the next verse, Dehi nosmin yatha dehe Kaumaram Yauvanam Jara. The one who is living inside, he is never changing. He is ageless. The Jiva who is living inside is ageless. He is without age, without gender, without nationality, without all of the things that we cling on to. And when he is sitting in this body, he assumes unto himself all the varied experiences that this body is going on. So what are those experiences? Dehinaha asmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara. Kaumaram is childhood. So this one who is dwelling inside, listen, he is ageless, so he have no young, middle, old, he have nothing like that. But this body now goes through these stages. So he's saying, I go into these stages. Now I'm young, you know. Then you, after some time, means child, now I'm a child, now I am a youth, now I am an adult. Then jara. Jara means old age, means now I'm old. And some people, they like to talk about his old age too bad. And especially in modern times, you hear the old people saying, well, I really don't know how to send a text something in my phone, you know. All I could do is I could receive a call and make a call. But why you learn? No, I for them young children and them. Me, I want to learn that. But anytime you stop learning, that means you're gone. Life is all about learning. You should go on learning. Anytime you stop learning, don't say I can't send a text. Learn how to send. It's so easy. That means you glorifying. I mean, the natural degradation of the mind and all that kind of thing. You speeding it up. We should die sharp, not with a degraded mind. That I don't know where they. I don't know what's going on. Like that, we should not die. That is why Bhagavan says, if we die like that, we become. We will see that in chapter 18. If we die like that, we become animals in next life. If in the last days, I don't know anything. I don't even know where they are. I don't know my children there around me, but I'm still living. That means we die in tamas. And he says, those who die in tamas become animal in the next life. We should die sharp, aware. Like that. So don't glorify this only and die in tamas. But this person who is dwelling inside the body, that jiva, he is eternal. And he is looking at it. And now he is saying, I'm young. Now I'm middle age. Now I'm old. No, for them young people and I'm old. Like that he says. Let me tell you something. That's why you see, it's ham matikor. So them nani and them go feel young one more time. Correct or not? But I remember that child, I said, well, go and peep there. Because there no men allowed there, right? So them nani and them get back young that day. The jiva who is living inside should not identify with body and I young, I old, I middle age, I this, I that. That jiva is ageless. That is what is there in that line. Then tatha dehantara praptihi dhiras tatra na muhyati. But the wise person doesn't get deluded by the aging of the body and all of these things. The wise person just sits there and watch, oh, the body is going through this. I don't go through young, old, middle age, this, that. I am eternal. The one who is staying inside. And dehantara prapti goes from body to body. And it is the body that goes through these phases, not me. Matras parshastu kaunteya shitoshnastuka dukkadaha. He says, one more thing he should watch. The eyes see something beautiful. And the eyes send that message to the mind. And the mind says, wow. And the eyes see something ugly. And I send a message to the mind. And the mind says, yuck. Right? So now, there is somebody inside who is witnessing all that. Matras Prashastu Kaunteya, Shitoshna Sukha Dukkadaha, Agma Pai, they come and they go. So 1 minute you see something beautiful, 1 minute you see something ugly. So the ideal world, na? Where you expect to see only beautiful thing or what? What you will see in this world? See, Shita and Ushna, Sukha and Dukkha, the pair of opposites are given here. Shita and Ushna. And Bhagavan so wonderfully chooses a pair of opposites, you know. Why choose these two, you know? See, look here. Shita means cold. Ushna means hot, right? So the world is made up of cold, hot, right, wrong, good, bad, poor, rich, high, low, this, that. All the world is made up of all of these things, right? And it's also made up of Sukha and Dukkha. Now, Sukha and Dukkha he gives separately because that is a special type of thing. Joy and sorrow. Joy and sorrow is a special pair of opposites, different from all the others. What? What makes it different? I'll show you what. The first pair of opposites which he gives there, right? Which is hot and cold. Sometimes hot could make a person happy, and sometimes hot could make a person miserable. Correct or not? Like for example, now in New York and Baltimore and Washington, well, they're having, well, today I see a sign, you know, it marks blizzard. Blizzard. And the B on the line, the B on the side, the B fall out. So it have a lizard. So now, hot will make them happy or not? Happy, right? Now in this temple, because the fan and thing not working, now hot making you happy? No, so see, hot could make a person happy, or hot could make a person miserable. Now if there's no fan, no AC working and the place hot, but hot make you miserable. Same thing with cold now. So right now you could do it some cool, isn't it? So the cool will make you happy. And how very cool making them up there now? Miserable. See? So that is a different type of pairs of, and all the pairs of opposites in the world, they are like that, except joy and sorrow. So joy could make you miserable? How joy could make you miserable? People want joy all the time. And sorrow could make you happy? But you have to be a weirdo. For sorrow to make you happy. Joy and sorrow, they could only make you what they are. Joy could only make you joyous, and sorrow could only make you sorrowful. So there's a special pair of opposite, joy and sorrow. So in that pair of opposite, everybody always wanting joy. Nobody wants sorrow. So he says, these things they come. Agama payinutya anitya. Anitya means impermanent, ephemeral, passing, transient. So these things come, and because you live in this world made up of the pairs of opposite, 1 minute you will experience joy, 1 minute you will experience sorrow, and you can't escape. Where you will go? If you run away from here, you say, "Oh God, you have too much of misery here. I'm going from here." But you're jumping from the frying pan into the fire. Try, you go see. All them people who leave Trinidad and they go and live in America and Canada. Now see what happened there? Blizzard. So what happened now? See how good we are here? Eh? We had to come out and clean no snow. We had to come out and scrape your windscreen and freeze and go back inside the house and tow out and come back. None of that. If you try to escape from here, where you have sorrow, and you go there, you just get rid of these sorrows. But when you go there, there's a different class of sorrow. That is all. Please understand this truism about this world. You just exchange one set of sorrows for another. You take out khaki pants and you put on blue duck. What is the difference? There is the old people, this is in the old days. You take out khaki pants and put on blue duck. What is the difference? Sorrow is sorrow. Everywhere is same thing. So now, the one who is sitting inside, he should not get identified with what is going on at the level of the body, the senses, and the mind. That is what is given in the verse there. The experiences come, Some good experiences come, some bad experiences come, but he's saying they're temporary, they will go. Gurudev used to say, this too shall pass away. Whatever come will also go. Good thing, that relative also. If he come, he go. Sometime. But some going go take place. He go, you go. But somebody go. This Trinidad language, in English language, I will go, you will go, we will go, he, she or it will go, you all will go, or they will go. In Trinidad language, I go, you go, he go, everybody go. We have special conjugation in Trinidad. Conjugation of verbs. Anyway, so this too shall pass away. Remember that. Anything that's going on in your life, it will pass away sometime sooner or later. It will go. So agamapa ityaha, and then it says a nice line then of O Bharata, tans titiksha. Titikshaswa is given in second person. You please bear it. And this is that's why on the same basis I told previously about the drinking of the water, right? So if you're thirsty, bear the thirst for 1.5 hours. Nobody has ever died from bearing thirst for 1.5 hours. Then one man tell me, Swamiji, why do I want to run the risk of being the first? Terrible thing. Bear it thirst for 1.5 hours. No, you could bear a human being is designed or constructed to bear thirst for a very long time. But nowadays people don't want to bear. Gita is telling bear. Tans titikshaswa. My dear, if you really want to be a spiritual giant, if you really want to be a spiritual, you have master spirituality, you have to learn to bear. It's called forbearance. Titiksha in Sanskrit. And it comes in all our shastras. You can't bear a little thing and you want to be spiritual, it will not work. We have to learn to bear. And that's why fasting is there in Hinduism. Nah? We taught the world fasting. Not Trinidad fasting. We make up our own kind of fasting here. That's an amazing thing. And as soon as the time done, you fast to it. Fasting means you're not supposed to eat anything. Look how the Muslim people practice fasting. Very good. You know, it was so good. In once Ramadan, I also fasted for the whole month. Just to see what it is like. Fasting is there in the Shastras. You should be able to bear that hunger. What if your belly going grow? You won't die. Don't worry about it. So, dance tidikshaswa. Oh my dear Arjuna, this phrase is one of my favorite phrases in Gita, and Bhagavan Shankaracharya talks about it in Vivek Chudamani, Atma Bodh, Tattva Bodh, everywhere. Forbearance. All spiritual people have to learn this thing called forbearance. The phrase coming right here in the second chapter where we are studying. Yamhina vyathayantyete Purusham Purusharshabha Samadukha Sukham Dhiram Somritattvaya Kalpate. You see, this verse is telling who will be fit to reach God, who will be fit for this Godhood, who will be fit to get realization, enlightenment. Somritattvaya Kalpate. He becomes fit. Who? Yam Hi Na Vyathayanti Ete Purusham Purusharshabha. And Bhagavan uses such nice name. He calling Arjuna Purusharshabha. Purusharshabha means a powerful man, bull among men. Bull is word is there. It means he's calling Arjuna as a bull among men, means a strong, powerful human being. And he's saying that only that person who is not tormented by these pairs of opposite. You're feeling a little warm, so what happened? You'll die? No. You're feeling a little hungry, so what happened? Nothing will happen. a little thirsty. Navyathayanti means not disturbed, perturbed, or shaken by any of these pairs of opposite. And sometimes only one of the pair has come, you have created the next one. Like, for example, like you're feeling hungry, right? So your belly empty and it's going grow. So that is one side, hunger. Then you create the next one. You go and you eat so much till you can't walk. You eat up to your throat. You can't bend over. Because if you bend over, it will come out back. And you know how life is. That time when you eat up to your throat, that time now you see a guru and you have to bend down and touch his foot now. You never see him for months. But that day when you eat too much now you see him. So, now you create the other extreme. One extreme, your belly empty. Now extreme, who created that other side? You go and the baigani and aloo payan thing tasting so good, you can't stop eating. 14 kachori and 25 baigani. He thought I hear one man, he thought all the doubles in the man doubles in the bicycle cart. So, he says, the one who cannot bear, he will not be fit for godhood. But the one who, these verses are possible, the one who can bear, he becomes fit for godhood. And he gives one additional meaning of bearing in this second line, very nice. See, so something pleasant comes, okay. Something unpleasant comes, okay, then what? That state is called as samatvam. So that's given in the second line of the same verse. Sama dukkha sukham dhiram. Some pleasant thing comes, some unpleasant thing comes, let it come. Remain sama, balance. I am fine, I am okay. Nothing is going to happen to me. I am absolutely fine. The person who can do this, he will become, and this is a very clear teaching of Bhagavan. Saha amritatvaya kalpate. He becomes fit for the state of immortality. Amritatva. Only this person who is unshaken by all the vagaries and undulations of this human existence. And the moment you are shaken by a little thing, and see how a little thing could shake. I tell you, if you dress up to come in the temple here, and somebody just tell you, how you dress up so ugly? All your satsang and temple planning done and you're going back home. What's a little thing? That means such a little thing could shake you. Then really, you're not ready for spirituality, isn't it? So Bhagavan says, Navyathayanti, who is not shaken even by the greatest of, in a verse coming in just now. That will be in 6th chapter. Guru na api vichalyate. So in 6th chapter it will be. Even the greatest of sorrow. The guru also, one meaning of the word guru is heavy. Heavy. So the heaviest of sorrow comes down on you, you will not be shaken also. That person is ready. You see? Becoming ready on the path of spirituality. This verse is so nicely it is given. Don't be shaken by anything. But this thing is happening, that thing is happening, let it happen. Well, you created it or what? No. You only take care of what is in your hands. Alright. Then he continues now. This perhaps is my favorite verse in Bhagavad Gita. This is verse number 16. I'll tell you now why it is my favorite verse. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama. Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna Sharanam Mama, Shri Krishna uvayorapi drishtontah tvanayo tattvadakshivihi. Now this verse real hard. That's why I like it. It is the most intractable verse in this Bhagavad Gita. And I keep telling, this human civilization, if we start studying this verse today, we will not finish for the next 1,000 years. It is most. I have never seen anything written. I have never seen anything in the Sanskrit language written which is so potent as this verse. I have been thinking of it for years and years and years, and every time I go through this, some other new thing comes out from it. Now I'll just tell you the literal translation, and of course, literal translation I'm going to tell you in English, and that will hardly have any meaning in English. The verse is a Sanskrit verse, and they say much is lost in translation, but I tell you, all is lost in translation. Now see, easy, little bit. In fact, the verse is made up of 2 lines, right? 4 quarters, half and then half. So that half also is broken up into quarters, right? See here, the first half with those 2 quarters, that is the line, the whole verse. The next is just a commentary in the next line, the second half. Now what is the verse? It says, na asataha vidyate bhavaha. That which is can never not be. That is the first part. First quarter. Second quarter, na abhavaha vidyate sataha. Na asataha vidyate bhavaha. First quarter. Let me go back over that. That which is not cannot come into being, and that which is cannot not be. Those are the 2 quarters. Now in English that I mean nothing, isn't it? It hardly means anything there. The implications is what I am talking about. Implications are far reaching and unending. Na asataha vidyate bhavaha. That which is not present, not existent, not there in the universe, nobody could make it. This is one implication. Nobody could make it. So that means you can't invent anything in the world. This is the first implication. You can't really invent anything in this world or bring about anything new in this world. If you think that you invent something, you created something, you brought about something new, that is wrong understanding. That is not true. But Swamiji, I invented this fan. So you said the man who invented the fan, right? So I brought about something new. It was not there before. We say, you think it was not there, but it was already there in the mind of Ishvara. If it is not there in the mind of Ishvara, that means Ishvara's mind missing something. Correct or not? That means something is missing in the mind of Ishvara. That means you know something where he know. So now you become better than Ishvara too. You see? So this fan was already there in his mind, and the material to make the fan, you make it or what? You make iron and steel. That is already there in the ground also. So the fact of the matter is you really can't bring about anything new in this world. The pattern, the design, the plan, the drawing, the isometric drawing, whatever you want, that is already there in the mind of God. So you can't make anything new in this world. Just by sheer logic, if you could make anything new, something which was not there, it would mean that there is something which Ishvara did not think about. God did not think about it, and you only thought about it. So that is not a possibility. So asataha vidyate na bhavaha. That which is not cannot ever be. You can't make anything new if it is not there. If you, and something which is there already cannot also go out of existence. For example, now all these are implications of this verse. For example, now see all the dinosaurs. They were there at one time, and we say no, there are no dinosaurs, right? Well, that is where you feel that there are no dinosaurs, but there, all the dinosaurs are still there, so you don't have to worry. You see, we are living on this earth, right? So we just told you that inside all the bodies there's a jiva living, right? So if there's a jiva living inside that dinosaur and the dinosaur dies, that jiva doesn't die, the body dies. So that jiva from inside the dinosaur came out and went some other place, and there are so many other worlds, so many universes. Every star you see outside is like one of our sun, and around our sun we have earth, right? We have life here. And how many stars you see in the sky? Billions, actually less. The number is really limitless number of stars. And so outside there you see limitless number of stars, and who's to say that we don't have life around them? Our Shastras say around all of them have life. It's this foolish Western thinking that is there inside our head. We think we are the only one here. That is the height of conceit. So there are no dinosaurs here, but there will be dinosaurs in other places. So that plan or the blueprint for dinosaurs is there in Ishvara's mind, and that can manifest in this planet or that planet, or manifest anywhere. So whatever is there in the universe cannot go out of existence. Whatever is already there. See now why Bhagavan telling Arjuna all this? Because Arjuna is thinking Bhishma, Drona, Duryodhana, Dusasana, all of them on the other side, they will all go, they will cease to exist. So see all of this knowledge which he is giving him, they will never cease to exist. Nothing in this universe cease to exist. Everything is there forever, eternally. Let us say we burn this table. But the blueprint for the table was there where? In the beginning, before it was made. It was there in God's mind. So you could burn the table, but you can't burn the blueprint. You could go reach God's mind to burn the blueprint or what? So sometime in future, another person will come and he'll catch that blueprint from Bhagavan's mind. Because we say, I caught it, I got it. Where did you get it from? You heard that statement? I got it. Where you got it from? When Einstein, or some Greek philosopher, Eureka! Where you get it from? Ishvara's mind. Anytime you get an idea, that idea comes from Ishvara's mind. You're actually conceiving of the blueprint from Ishvara's mind. And whether you are there or not, that is always there. So that first line is alluding to all this. Sorry, no, I just quickly tell you one more implication of that first line. One more implication is what? Look here. That means that the universe is infinite, because if everything is already there in Ishvara's mind, that means Ishvara's mind cannot be lacking anything, isn't it? So the number of things there in Ishvara's mind is how much? Infinite. And there is nothing new which you could dream up, which you could fabricate or concoct. Nothing. So the universe is infinite, Ishvara is infinite, the number of ideas in his mind is infinite, the number of things in the universe is infinite in every regard. Now see the implications, it's mind blowing. Suppose this, I told you the blueprint of this table is there in Ishvara's mind, right? So a man can come along and make a table with only 1 centimeter variation from this table. His table is only different from my table by 1 centimeter. So that second table, that has to be in Ishwara's mind also or not? So now how many tables in Ishwara's mind? Infinite number, isn't it? Oh, no, I just talking about table. Yeah. Then any other thing you take in the universe now. See, when you start thinking about the nature of Ishvara like this, it will blow your mind. Better don't think. In his mind, there is infinite number of tables. A table of any variety, shape and size. In his mind, there is infinite variety of everything. And then people think that they know God and they become, representative of God and all that kind of thing. That's an amazing thing. The puny little human mind could ever conceptualize that. So anyway, you see, I'm just telling you just some of the few implications of the verse. And we could study it for the next 1,000 years, we will not exhaust it. He said, Ubayoho api drishtontaha tvanayos tattvadarshivih. Tattvadarshivih means the one who is able to see the truth, see God, see the reality. That person is able to tell the difference between what is and what is not. My dear Arjuna, you should become one of those persons who can tell the difference between what is and what is not. And see, the death is not, but you are thinking it is. That's the problem. The death is not there. The person just moves from here and goes there. If you are seeing death, you should also see life, because life and death come together. When one thing dies, one thing is born. Why are you only seeing one side? There is another disease of human beings. We only see one side and we cry. And our name should be crying beings. I don't know why they're called human beings. Everything we crying for only. Like for example, if you burn a piece of paper, now you say the paper gone, paper dead, but Ashi is born. Correct or not? There is no death in this universe without something being born at the same time. No death. Death and birth, they always go together. My grandfather dead. Right? So what? Here he died, but he born over there. And the body also. Now the body going, you take it down by the creek there. And you put it in that Ag. That Agni. Look here. Body gone, but rain come. Because the body is made up of 75-80% water. So when you burn the body, where the water gone up? Sky, make cloud, come down as rain, and you drink your grandfather. And you have said nothing. Is that correct thing I tell you or not? That's scientific thing. I'm telling pure science. You didn't think about it. You go on there, suske, and you come back home, you think about nothing. Isn't it? But you have to think. Shastra is telling you to think. Nah. Alright. Now, Bhagavan is telling Arjuna, think. Now I'm telling you, from 11 to 25, this is absolute knowledge which is being given here. So I have to give it to because I am in those verses. This is the actual solution to the problem at a fundamental level. But when Bhagavan reaches 25, he will realize, well, I'm giving this hard knowledge for everybody to swallow, And this Arjuna look like that this knowledge is having no impact on he. So Bhagavan give when he see Arjuna's face still blank. Then from 26, he changed the fiddle. Started to play a different fiddle now. Alright, we'll see that also. Okay.